Hey, it's your girl Dawn. I wanted to come back and kind of elaborate a little more on the video that I made the other day about the not disclosing the HIV status and people being in charge of their own health. So let's go back a little bit. When I was diagnosed, I was in a committed relationship and I was very adamant about using condoms for the first 6 months. I just felt like that was what we should be doing, right? And after a while, you are in a relationship, you get to feeling like you're in love, you begin to trust. And he was very adamant about not wanting to use the condoms and using all of the excuses that people say, can't feel it, da 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 da, whatever. Again, I made a conscious decision at a certain point to say, I trust this person. I feel like I'm in love with this person. I think this is someone that I'm going to be with. And so why not? I trust them. And unfortunately, he knew that he was HIV positive and did not choose to disclose this to me. And I was diagnosed with HIV. Now, going back to what I was saying on you need to be in charge of your own health. I made a conscious decision at a certain point to not use condoms. I did not say, okay, let's go get tested to make sure that nothing is going on with either one of us. I did not do that. And so when I say that, no, as a person living with HIV, it is not my responsibility to be in charge of your health. You need to be in charge of your health. You need to make sure that you are the most important person to you. These hard conversations need to happen. Now, I am a person living with HIV who discloses immediately. I'm very open. As y'all can see, I'm all over TikTok, I'm all over Facebook, YouTube, or whatever about my status. I just feel like, I just want to not waste anyone's time if it's coming to that point of a possible date. And I decide to disclose right away. But no one has to disclose their status as soon as they meet someone. Hi, my name is Dawn. I'm HIV positive. I don't have to do that. And again, as a person who is HIV negative, you should always look at everybody like they got something. Now, yes, as a woman living with HIV for 20 some years or whatever, I am what they call undetectable, meaning that I cannot transmit this virus sexually because I take my medication every day, right? But guess what? There are other things that you can contract: gonorrhea, Hep C, HPV virus, trichomonas, syphilis. So again, you have to make sure that you are in charge of your health. You cannot expect someone to care more about your health than you do. And so if you're deciding to, have sex with somebody, you need to have this conversation, right? And I know it's not the easiest conversation to have, right? Who wants to ask somebody, let's go get tested before we have sex when there's like a heat of the moment thing? So in that situation, yes, you need to use a condom and then have that conversation. Because again, you have to make that decision. Is your health important to you? Or is satisfying your sexual appetite more important? So when she made that video and when I made my video, that's what we meant. We weren't saying that we don't have to disclose to people our status. That wasn't the point of the video. Here's the other thing, though. There are states that you do not have to disclose your status. I am in New York State. There is no law that says I have to disclose my status to anyone. But I, as a person living with HIV, and also a person who the choice was taken from me years ago, I always want to give someone the choice when we may possibly be in a dating situation that may lead to sex. The choice to say, yes, I am okay with this and I want to be educated, or no, this is not something that I can deal with. And I'm okay either way. But again, it's my decision when I disclose my status. Now, again, I don't have time for games and I don't want my time wasted or anybody else's. And again, I am a person who lives loud and out with my status. But again, you have to be in control of your own health. You cannot expect someone else to be concerned, as I found out for myself. So that's what I meant, y'all. Be in charge of your own health. Make sure you're getting tested. Make sure that you are getting your partners tested. And if not, please use protection. There's so many ways that you can protect yourself nowadays. Be responsible. That's the most important part.